The movie begins with the cutie patootie Stitch in front of female Voldemort.
As Jumba's convicted of illegal experimentation of creating an unstoppable weapon with the sole purpose of mass destruction.
He gonna take our wives.
But her Voldemort gives Stitch the chance to show he can be good to prevent getting exiled.
Show us your riz, Blue Labubu. 이런 족 같은 새끼들 씨발려나.
Naughty boy, you are exiled.
Shit. By using his supercomputer intelligence, he hacked his way out of the Galactic Federation and escapes into hyperspace, traveling to planet Earth.
That Labubu can't swim, he'll drown.
Yay. Oh, crap.
So when learning Stitch will land on an island, Voldemort assigns Agent Pleakley, the Earth expert, and Jumba to bring Stitch back, and if they fail, Voldemort will do it herself. Then we're introduced to Lilo, where the film tries really hard to paint her as a loser with no friends.
Oprah needs to stop buying land in Hawaii. I know, right? What the hell?
So this film paints Lilo as a loser with no friends, but there's not a single scene in the actual film that makes Lilo look weird or gives the bullies a reason to bully her. You want fish and chips, G?
Y'all chickens belong to KFC. Then we meet Lilo's older sister Nani, who's so broke she can't even start her car.
And Lilo is late to her hula dance. Lilo, where have you been, G?
Feeding the fish?
We eat fish, we don't feed fish.
Yeah, you look like you eat way too much fish. You look like the Hawaiian DJ Khaled. I heard Lilo smells her own farts. Check out our friendship bracelets. I have one too. Mine's from Temu. You sure you can afford Temu? I heard you're dirt poor.
So Nani doesn't end up showing up because her
card are useless. Then there's future Karens are like, see ya, loser.
Are you trying to square up, cuz?
Bitch!
Yeah, get her, Lilo. Now, in the animation, she beats the shit out of her, so I think Lilo is being pretty generous in the live action.
She real correct, she filmed herself crying on camera for views.
And by the time Nani shows up, it's too late, as Lilo's already at home pouting.
Girl, you locked me out, my car broke down. That's on you, you broke-ass hoe. Oh, shit.
So Nani tries killing Lilo just before the social worker arrives.
Lilo, I'm gonna sell you organs. Oh, this is a broken home. What I say about locking the house, you little shit? Help! Help! Oh, yeah?
Now, give credit where credit's due, the film does a great job in showing how broken poor Nani's living situation is. Scenes like opening up the pantry and there's nothing, or giving Capri Sun to the social worker cause you ain't got no tea, or having a bunch of bills that need to be paid are all subtle scenes that says you're financially struggling without actually saying it out loud.
And the social worker don't think Nani will take good care of Lilo.
So she gives Nani 3 tasks to complete by the end of the week. Clean the house, pay the bills, and get health insurance, or else Lilo will be sent to a family that can do those things.
Bye! You ready to die? I'll sell you to the Chinese black market.
Girl, I'll beat your ass, stop playing with me.
You're just mad I was her favorite child. You know, every day you make me...
Then we're introduced to Nani's neighbor Tutu, who's a character that doesn't even exist in the animation film. And she encourages Nani to become a marine biologist, which she's more than capable of becoming, but it's a dream Nani gave up on after her parents passed because she needs to take care of Lilo. Then we meet Tutu's grandson David.
He got the crush on Nani.
Aloha, shawty.
Oh, grandson trying to hit?
Can you colonize me by next week?
Yeah?
Meanwhile, Stitch arrives on Earth while Lilo thinks it's a shooting star.
Get out, ho, I'm trying to make a wish. Dear shooting star, I wish for a friend, someone who I can gossip with so I can replace my sister.
Then Stitch arrives like, hola, puta. And as the chopped aliens try to find Stitch, Bro decides to destroy a wedding over some cake.
Huh?
Imagine having one of the most important, meaningful day of your life ruined by a koala-looking Labubu.
But then Stitch get hit by the bus and get knocked the hell out.
The next day, the chopped aliens arrive and find 2 humans to disguise themselves as so that nobody thinks they're aliens, whereas in the animation, they just put a wig on and some glasses. Let's be honest, they're only disguised as humans in the live action cause the CGI expensive. Oh, Disney, you the cheap ass. So the chopped alien now try to act human. Hi.
So how long will you be staying with us? None of your damn business. Oh, that man a caustic.
And as these 2 dudes put Stitch in an animal shelter despite knowing it's not a dog with 6 legs, the aliens are given 48 hours to find Stitch.
Wait, humans can never know about the portals.
Yo, they made Pleakley in this film hella zesty.
Oh, he definitely gay.
Then Stitch literally appears on the news and the granny's like, yup, unidentified animals destroying weddings.
That's Hawaii.
Also, if the live action is set in 2025 where everyone has smartphones, then Stitch's photos and videos taken at the wedding would have been mega viral by now and made international headlines, but somehow nobody cares? And Stitch is at a local animal shelter and not in a government facility?
That don't make sense lah.
Can I go animal shelter?
Okay, if you do drugs.
Yay!
Meanwhile, Stitch inserts his dominance and scares the dogs.
Hey girl, you gotta stop feeding the dogs dark chocolate. Man, but it makes them happy.
You killed 5 already. Now Stitch leaves the shelter but gets attacked by the aliens, then overhears them saying they cannot hurt any humans. So Stitch decides to go back to the shelter to find a human shield.
Oh. Hello? You guys want chocolate? Oh, you're so cute.
Hi.
Wow. And using the emotional manipulation, Stitch convinces Lilo to adopt him.
But when the adults discourage it, Lilo's like,
But he can talk. Say hello, daddy.
hello.
Dog can't talk.
Oh. Rough. I definitely don't like live actions, but the kid cast to play Lilo might be the perfect casting. So Stitch gets his human shield and is safe from the chopped aliens.
I'm poor. What were you thinking? She want Nani to stay poor forever.
This is definitely a valid crash out because I'd be pissed if I can't even pay my own bills and I gotta take care of a pet.
Then there's CIA agent Cobra Bubbles, who's investigating Stitch's arrival because he saw the news on
Twitter. And as the Riro eat the ice cream, her Boris show up. Why are you eating ice cream when your sister's in debt? You're so ill. Yeah. Girl, I'll slap your mom.
Then Stitch sees a random ass kid with a car and goes, yeah, that shit's mine now, boy.
And the film never shows us that specific kid bullying Lilo, so does that mean Stitch just really stole a random ass kid's car?
Cause in the animation, the ginger crashes bullies Lilo, so Stitch takes the ginger's bike, whereas in the live action, Stitch steals from a kid who didn't do anything to Lilo, which is funny, but makes Stitch look like a dick.
Wait for me, I'ma sell the shit on eBay.
So Stitch tries heading to a major city to cause destruction, only to find out he's on an island entirely surrounded by water.
Aww.
And Lilo and Stitch have some wholesome moments together.
Come here, let me drown you. No!
Yo, look at Nani's face. Oh, she hates Stitch.
Now, there are some inconsistencies in the film.
So Nani puts herself in a risky situation by bringing Lilo and Stitch to her workplace, and this makes sense if it was just the two of them, but we see Lilo by herself the entire day or with Tutu.
So then why can't Lilo stay with Tutu while Nani works?
Cause the Stitch and Riro don't care about Nani's workplace and cause chaos while goofing around.
Huh?
Yeah, you like when I pick my nose?
Lilo, so does your sister like me?
She likes your butt and fancy hair.
She said that?
Every night when she's gooning.
Oh, and later Stitch gets interested in the fire dance, so he steals 2 of them and plays with it, but it results in Nani's workplace almost burned down, and thus Nani loses her job.
Ayya.
Man, she can't pay her bills, and now she lost her job, and her car won't start.
As much as I like Stitch, if I'm Nani, I'm crashing out and kicking Stitch out.
But she invites Stitch in as he almost drowned in the pool water.
And he starts destroying a home that's already broken.
Ah, you little shit, get the hell out. But what about Ohana?
Man, fuck Ohana. You think Ohana gonna pay my rent? If you cared so much about family, you wouldn't adopt a dog and make me lose my job.
Obviously, people are gonna hate this film because in the original live action, it was all about Ohana. That Ohana means family and that nobody gets left behind. But in the live action, it's like, yeah, Ohana's great, but it can't pay my rent and bills, and my rent and bills come first over Ohana.
Now, Stitch continues to act bad, so Lilo radicalizes Stitch by doing the hula and teaching him the importance of family, turning a weapon made for destruction into the family-caring cutie patootie. The very next day, Nani applies for new jobs and goes on job interviews and decided it was a good idea to bring Lilo again when we saw so many scenes she's either by herself or with Tutu.
Like, if you knew you lost your job because of Stitch, then why would you bring Stitch again to your potential workplace?
And despite Stitch trying to be good, it's thanks to him that Nani's unable to get the minimum wage job.
Hey Nani, there's always jobs at the Sheen factory. I give you good discount.
But Blue Labubu keeps trying to do good as he gives Nani a job application to be a surf instructor, and when Nani tries it out, Stitch sees an applicant use a dog to try to get extra points to secure the job, so Stitch volunteers to go surfing in hopes it can help Nani get the job instead.
But suddenly, the chopped zesty Aryans pour up and pop Stitch's arrived jacket.
So that when he's off the board, he will drown. And cause Stitch panics, Lilo gets caught in the mix and almost drowns and gets sent to the hospital.
Well, folks, Lilo's dead.
I'm kidding, she's just fine.
You're so funny.
Just go there and we'll run your insurance.
But guess who didn't file for health insurance?
Nani? So she's unemployed, hasn't paid her bills, and now she needs to pay a fortune to cover Lilo's hospital bills, but the social worker says the state can cover all of it if she gives up her guardianship of Lilo, and Nani agrees to it. Whereas in the animation, Nani fights till the end to try and keep Lilo and doesn't agree to shit.
Man, the live action version is depressing. Like, the main message you get out of this film is like, don't be poor, because we're clearly seeing that a lack of money literally breaks up a family. So if anyone says money doesn't matter, just know they are lying.
As Stitch blames himself and believes it's his fault that Nani and Lilo is going through all of this.
We love a self-aware king.
And Voldemort is pissed, calling them NPCs for not doing anything, ordering Jumba to go back to prison. But Jumba's like, nah, I'ma do my own thing, and gets rid of Pleakley to go capture Stitch. And later that night, Nani has a hard conversation with Lilo, knowing it's their last night together as her guardian.
I'm not gonna lie, when I saw Lilo eat a microwavable slice of pizza that has little to zero nutritional value, I did think to myself, I was like, maybe Lilo does deserve better.
You know I love you. I know you're a sister that will never leave. Well, actually, I'm gonna leave your ass. So does Stitch think he Asian and believe he the farrier and go back to the animal shelter?
And I did notice that the live action barely mentions Elvis, which was a big part of Stitch's change into becoming better, and also it does not mention the ugly duckling story, which was the story that made Stitch realize he wanted to be part of a family.
The next day, Riro finds Stitch at the animal shelter. Oh, what is you doing here? Stitch, bad. Well, I like my Labubu's toxic.
So they have a wholesome moment together hugging it out, only for Jumba to ruin it.
But the Stitch making pie.
And when Lilo and Stitch thought they escaped, Jumba's fat ass pulls up to Lilo's crib and decides to destroy all the photos, memories, and the house itself to get Lilo and Stitch back into the house.
Bro, they already broke and have nothing, like leave them alone, damn.
I wonder if I can eat this.
Touch that and I'll pop your booty hole.
Man, it sucks the live action made Jumba the main villain when he was just a chill dude in the animation.
Oh yeah?
You're only with Lilo to use her as a human shield.
Is that true, Stitch?
Yeah. If you cared about her, you'd join my 10,000 calorie per day eating ass. So Labubu follows Alien Queso while Lilo secretly tags along.
Nani?
And yes, there is not a single scene of Captain Guntu in this film who is the actual villain.
Cause Disney cheap, more cheap than the Asian lady with the $2 discount.
Oh my gosh, I'm such a bad sister. What happened? 你好, what's up, Beijing?
Then Jumba explained his master plan.
That he'll remove Stitch's ability to love to become an ultimate killing machine so that her Voldemort can't stop him.
But he yapped too much, he the Japanese.
And Lilo releases Stitch, who gets Jumba to jump out to sea
under the sea. Riro, we cooked. You jump. I can't. We die together. Then the ship crashed and what a coincidence.
It just so happened to crash 100 meters from the shore.
Wow.
And Stitch, knowing he will die, decides to sacrifice his life to save Lilo.
Oh, he think he the Jesus.
Stitch! Then the 2 feet tall Riro tried her best to save Stitch, but he too heavy.
So the Labubu accepts his fate, lets go of Lilo's hand, and sinks under the sea.
Oh my gosh, no, save him please.
But don't worry, it's G-rated movie.
As Nani saves our little thick blue torta who gets to reunite with Lilo. And just like in the animation, when female Voldemort pulls up but sees that Stitch does have good in him, Stitch is still exiled, but exiled on Earth, as Stitch is allowed to live his remaining years of his life on Earth with Lilo.
And this is where we get to the biggest controversy of the film.
Cause in the original Lilo and Stitch, they rebuild the home to an even better home, David and Nani start dating, and Stitch is like Lilo and Nani's new mom, now taking care of them while they do their own thing. And when you see scenes of them having a bunch of presents for Christmas, or Jumba giving Lilo a flying car, or photos of them happy together on a vacation, you don't get the impression that they are poor or broke. But in the live action, there's none of that, as Lilo ends up living with Tutu and David while Nani leaves Hawaii and Lilo to pursue her dreams to become a marine biologist. And the only somewhat happy ending we get is that Nani has a portal gun that gives her access to see Lilo in person whenever she wants, meaning Nani didn't really leave Lilo.
Cause they still spend time together.
And this ending is much more depressing than the original Lilo and Stitch because Nani has no money. So when she's going to college, meaning she's going to be in student debt. So by the time she graduates and has a full-time job, and by the time she starts working, the housing market is going to be so unaffordable that by the time she really saves up a bit to have the down payment on a house, by the time she has, pays it off and has a mortgage and all that, she's going to be slaving away a 9-to-5 for the rest of her life. And then by the time, she's in her 50s and 60s, she eventually ends up paying off the house. And now she's a homeowner. And that's the end of the movie? Like, it's realistic, but is it a good ending?
Obviously, a remake will never be better than the original, but as a live action, it's definitely not bad, especially compared to the Snow White live action. And although I understand why they wanted to go for a more realistic ending, making Jumba the villain and not adding in the ugly duckling story is crazy, because with those two changes, it almost feels like a completely different film. The message from the original was always about family, about Ohana, how important it is, and that nobody gets left behind. And although the live action did emphasize on family a lot, the live action also pretty much said Ohana means family, but if you got bills and you're broke, go chase that bag and lock in. And with a live action sequel confirmed because it made $1 billion in the box office, who knows, maybe they'll bring a completely different original movie as a sequel and give a much better, happier ending in the second film.
But yeah, the message I got from this film was Disney's cheap and don't be poor. And if you watch this film, feel free to comment your thoughts down below. Thank you so much for watching. It's been your boy KC. And yeah, till next time.